Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama reality TV shows, ama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers. Listen you guys, I want to talk kancane nje nge-Real Housewives of Johannesburg, okay? Am I the only one who watched episode 4 feeling a pain, feeling a pain because I just feel like this season is not going well, okay? I'm not being entertained enough. It's pity kuyaphambili kemumva istep somshado. And Sonia Mpel, I really feel like she needed another year. I would have rather she waited until she really had a good show for us. I know that 2 years was a long time to be out of our screens as a franchise, but I think I would rather she waited for another year and then come back and give us a good season, because this one, this one is not make sure. Okay, so they go on a trip out of all of the African countries, but the many African countries that we have, they choose Zambia. Okay, one thing that I've heard about Zambia is that if you are gay, that is not a really comfortable place to be, because they're not really at a place like where South Africa is, where we like accepting everybody. We accept everybody here. So Zambia is not that place, I have heard. Okay. So if they did any research, they would have known that that's not a place to go if you're going to take Leon. At least they should have left Leon behind. He's not going to be comfortable there. You don't even know if he's going to be safe. So why did they take Leon to Zambia? I'm like, Sonia, hey, Bo, why did, hey, Bo, because anything could have happened to Leon. I don't like Leon for the show, but it doesn't mean that I don't like him for for just as a person. I don't like him for the show, but as a person, I don't have an issue with Leon. But why would you take that guy to Zambia with these women? Okay, the first time that I thought something is wrong here was when he was not allowed to stay in the same place where they were living. He was supposed to stay separately from them. And I'm like, something is off here. And when was this holiday booked? And why, out of all of the women, he is the one that is told to stay separate from everybody else? And then the next morning they wake up, they say Leon had to leave because, of course, he is gay and there's an issue with that. I don't know if the hotel complained, community leaders, I don't know what happened. Okay, so he had to go back home. I'm like, so that added to the fact that I'm already not feeling this season. Okay. Then in Zambia, I'm sure Zambia is a very beautiful country, you guys. I'm sure Zambia is beautiful. But the activities that they're choosing for these women to do, I'm like, I know, Pelawi, they had to show their culture and everything, but that storytelling thing that they had to go and sit around the fire for when it was hot, everybody was complaining that it's hot, but they're sitting there around the fire listening to the storytelling that nobody was interested in. I feel like there's so much that they could have showed us of Zambia than that, fireplace. Then they go and they see this royal family. Hi, guys. Did you see the royal family? I'm like, guys, I need someone from Zambia in the comment section, please. If anybody from Zambia is watching, was that a real royal family? Or they just took some family and said, just acts like a royal family? Because even that queen, I'm like, this queen, something was off. And I was like, this is not the royal family. And then the prime minister, I'm like, this is the prime minister. Ishethele ishwabene elinjani. Umamos is like, hey, this is washing way. Why didn't they iron the minister's shirt, Pela, just for shooting the show? Iron the minister's shirt. I'm like, this is the prime minister. That's uzothi induna nje yasemakhaya. Guys, no. They're not doing a good job. I feel like if housewives take a trip, part of it is for us to just see them on a trip, but also just to see the place that they go on a trip. For an example, Durban will always go, like they went to Drakensberg. That is one of the best destinations or number one destinations when it comes to getaways within KZN. Okay. Imagine if they just went kupinjingakithi, akukho nane B&B or something, and then Tiwa Induna is hosting them. They supposed, part of it is showing wherever you are, is showing the place, the beauty of the place, so that as a viewer, I want to go to that place. It doesn't give me that. I feel like hey, maybe Zambia is not the place to visit, which is not fair because I'm sure, guys, African countries are beautiful. Every African country has beautiful places. And I'm like, why are they not showing us that? You know, I really feel like Sonia should go back to the drawing board with this one, even if they cut it mid-season and just cut it and be like, you know what, stop the stop it, and we will come back next time. Because waiting until 8:30 on Friday, waiting for the show, and then you just get pity, guys, yeah, 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 yeah. And then why is this photo the only photo they have online of them together? Eh? Because they're supposed to have 3, 4 wearing different dresses. A photo like this, but with different outfits, Pella, so that we can do thumbnails. Now, how are we going to be doing thumbnails with one photo? How are you just gonna do a photo shoot and just give them one outfit each to wear, and then that's it? How are we going to promote your show with just this one photo? The other photos is like one, and then at the launch, but a photo like this is the only one. If you guys can find another one when they are wearing different dresses and they're standing like this, tell me, because I can't find it. What kind of nonsense is this now? Hi, Sonia Mpele. I appreciate that you're doing your best with this show, but this was not your best work. You and the team need to go back to the drawing board because wow, because my 8:30 slot on a Friday is a wow. I'm like, and then immediately after the episode, Pena, there are viewers that don't watch the show. Immediately they're like, Ntando, where's the review? I'm like, so review and minala. What am I going to review? Because this one, all she does is crap at the divorce, but she's not telling us all the details of the divorce, which the divorce, and all of that. We want the details. We know you are crying about, but cry and tell the story. So this one is not telling the story. She's just crying about the divorce. Okay, this one I don't know. Sometimes I forget that she's part of the crew. This one with it's a sangoma. I mean, she's trying. She even went and saw the sangoma there by Zambia. This one. And then this one, uLebu, yazi i-problem kaLebu yini? uLebu, last season, people talked a lot about how her diary session was really good. She was good with the shade last season. So now she's trying too much. She's trying too much. Just calm down and just do the diary session and be yourself. And then we can get the label that we got last season, where it was like she really was good with the shade during diary session. This time she's trying too much because she's aware that people liked her diary sessions and they liked how shady she was during the diary session. But and then this one is trying shame because I don't even think that she was planning to share that story of her being the breadwinner at home and the black tax and being the firstborn and how she cares about everybody else, helps everybody else, but nobody helps her. I don't even think this one but she can see what's happening, guys. It's going, you know, she can see. She's like, hey, do. I'm sure Sonia was like, do something, Litaba, do something. Litaba was like, share the story. But because now it was just out of the blue. Now you're on a holiday, boom, you're sharing something about being a firstborn, breadwinner, black text, whatever. I think that's the only story that was interesting that we got to hear about or on a trip. And then Mamos is good with the thing. I like her diary sessions, but we need somebody to get it out of her. But we also need a story with her, the church, what's going on with your mom and dad at church? I just feel like next week I wouldn't mind if they just come. If next episode we just see them back in Joburg without knowing what happened in Zambia, because that trip is boring as hell. Okay. It is boring. Okay, if I take a trip from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, Ebishi, I will have more fun than these women are having in Zambia. And it's not fair to the Zambians and the Zambia is a country, because I'm sure there's a lot that they could, show us. Hi man, back back to the drawing board. Call a meeting, Sonia. Otherwise, hayi ngamane niyeke phela. Ngamane sitiyeke silinde i-Cape Town. Naye ayizosibhora kanje. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what to think about this in the comment section. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngimthanda kakhulu.